Hi there, viewer. How are you doing? This is a collective reading today, so a message about the collective energy, the transformations that's happening. We've got a lot of big shifts this year, 2024, astrologically, which is going to impact everybody in different ways. Okay, so this reading is messages from Spirit and guidance from Spirit about the collective energy, how that's going to impact us, the transformations that we're likely to see this year, and the transformational energy that we'll be working with. And also we'll look at personal transformations, the relationship transformations that come through all of this collective energy, and how we can move through the energies and best navigate them. So we've first got the Hermit, retreat and recharge. This feels like the soul energy underpinning everything at the moment, I have to say. We've got the Wise One, grow within your current situation. This is all about spiritual growth. Okay. I feel like a lot of us have to go within to go without. Mirror Guardian, take time to reflect. This feels very much like what is working, what isn't working, but going inside to feel that, not to think about it from a head perspective, but to really feel in our heart what's working. Oh wow, great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. Yeah, all about spiritual growth this year. And the seer, see beyond the current situation. This feels like chaos energy, but chaos, there's the purpose in chaos. There's one more card in here. The purpose in chaos and the kind of busy life, busy life, but the stillness within, the stillness and the peace that can come from within all the activity. A lot of you might be connecting with spiritual teachers. Some of you might be leading people on a spiritual journey. But a lot of people will be... No, sorry, that was me. A lot of people will be going in internally inside. And then people start to see, feel, hear a lot more. Okay, yeah. We have High Priestess, which is all connecting with spiritual, but the veil between the spiritual and the material, harnessing mystic power. Okay, I'm just going to put that here. This is all about seeing the unseen. So seeing with the third eye, seeing and feeling with your heart, with your gut, with your intuition, connecting to spirit on a much stronger level. Be brave and honest. It's the year of truth. I mean, we've got Pluto going into Aquarius, which is transformational in terms of truth and the independence that we feel and how we can express ourselves. And dream and journey. This is also connecting our higher self, higher energies, connecting with spirit and journeying up to spirit and also into like the emotional realms, into the lower world. So it's upper world, lower world connection. Rooting in our kind of solidarity, rooting in our collective solidarity. Okay, what's the energy surrounding all of this? What's the most influential energy surrounding all of this? Okay, we've got the end of a tough cycle approaches. And we're in Capricorn energy as I'm doing this as well. This feels like the end of the previous Pluto cycle. Conclusions are within reach. This is the end of a cycle. Okay, this is being the seer, understanding, seeing. Don't let your past hold you back. We're moving forward. We're moving forward in a completely different area, completely different way. Okay, let's see. Let's see more about the specifics of this situation. So let's see what kind of areas of life that we can see being transformed in the collective. What kind of things can we see being transformed in the collective spirit? going to be it feels with this energy is like speaking to being a year of speaking your truth, and a lot with voice, a lot with throat chakra energy, third eye, throat chakra energy. Feels very, very connected. Okay, what areas of life can we see this energy appearing in? What areas of life can we see this energy appearing in, Spirit? Which areas of life? Feels like it's going to impact everything. Like the rebel, the inner rebel, that Aquarius energy that's going to be with everybody. We've all got all of the signs. We've all got energy of all of them. We just have them in different degrees, different aspects, different quantities, and kind of different qualities coming apart. Yeah, we're going to be doing things very differently. Coming apart. This is overall like just deciding, no, there's a completely different way to do things. This is like coming away from the status quo, which is very Aquarius energy. Coming away from the status quo through speaking truth, Golden Palace. Okay, this feels very connected to the rest and retreat energy we had earlier. Retreat and recharge, Hermit energy. This is rooting peace in the material. Oh, okay, I didn't even see that come out. Balancing act. Okay, balancing act. Rooting our peace in the material while we are still connected on an intuitive, spiritual, centered level. Okay, this is affecting all areas of life at the moment, this energy. This is impacting all of us. So everyone's that kind of wave, when you feel like there's a wave, there's just something in the air. It's that energy that's going to be kind of coming apart, that's going to be being rooted by people that are on a spiritual pathway, on a spiritual journey, that have this kind of wise one knowledge, the kind of prophet side of things, that Sagittarius energy that's coming through, the high priestess energy, that everything from intuition. Yeah, okay, we've got movement. Yeah, there will be movement to change in terms of rooting down this kind of spirit, this peace aspect. Okay, we've got movement. And we've got compass, the direction. We're changing direction. Okay, that's what Spirit is just telling us now. We are definitely changing direction. Coming apart to change direction, okay? Okay. There's a feeling of bravery here as well, like being brave, being courageous in the choices that we make, in the things that we say, in the words that we use, in the way we express ourselves. It's like it's like a dare to be great kind of energy. Okay, and yeah, magic prayer. This feels very connected to like movement and change for the best, like the prayer for the collective. It's like that earth healing energy, but doing it in a gentle way. Okay, doing it in a very gentle way. Gentle and nurturing, gentle for nurturing. Let's have a look at what's being healed here in this energy for the collective. Let's have a look at what's being healed. And this energy will be impacting you or people around you, people close to you. You might find this energy in a workplace, in a social environment, in a romantic relationship. What kind of things are being healed? We've got sexuality. It's very Aquarius energy as well, with transformation of sexuality, sexual... just the way of looking at things a bit differently, and seeing human, not genders, is very, very Aquarius trait. I mean, that's not obviously just an Aquarius trait, it's that energy, help from above. Okay, sometimes YouTube can be a bit sensitive to that content, so I'm just going to cover that up. We have like how we express ourselves in romantic relationships is coming up. Okay, there's help from Phoenix rising. Okay, there is huge transformation going on this year, huge transformation, and it's all in the direction of breaking down the old, moving towards a new direction that's a lot more gentle and balanced. But I feel that we have to be balanced ourselves before we can do that. And it feels like we're coming out of this energy. That's the energy that feels like it's been happen. Oh yeah, we've got temptation. It's not being tempted to go backwards. Our foundational energy here is all very spiritual pathway, enlightenment pathway, connecting to ourselves, connecting to something greater, especially with this, like with the seer, with this high priestess, the seer, the hermit. It's like we've all gone inwards, and like the collective energy has all gone inwards to find the truth. And now we're starting to see that. We're starting to see that on the in the material world, through the high priestess who's connecting both the worlds, through the great teacher who's starting to speak it out, through the night and through the drum, through the sounds, through music, through teaching. Okay, but there's a lot of rest that's needed. Okay, yeah. Okay, so this is what's being healed on a collective level. So you'll feel this energy, you could feel this energy all over. Procrastination. Okay, I feel that it's like actually doing what we're going to say as a collective. This is like world energy, not individual energy as such, but where we, instead of talking about all of the things that we want to do, we want to change, instead of talking about the change, we're going to be the change, and we're not going to be trapped in old ideals anymore. The rebel energy is out. We're coming apart from things that aren't working, that don't align with the great teacher energy, the wise one energy. And beauty. This goes with this sexuality card here as well. It's the understanding true beauty. Like true beauty. I feel like this as well is people understanding beauty from the inside out, the same as the spiritual. Oops, sorry, I'm shaking the table there. The beauty that from the inside out, and understanding what that means. Let's get some energy that's surrounding this transformation, the collective energy transformation. Let's get some energy for collective transformation. Like what's the collective working with? What are we working with energy-wise to help us through this healing? Okay, many paths, they all lead to spirit. They all lead to the light. Okay. This is this coming apart, doing things in a different way. The movement forward. There's lots of different ways we can do that, and there's lots of people helping us on our pathway. And don't let the South Node here, don't let the past hold you back. So there's many paths moving forward, but they all lead to spirit. Oops, okay. This one wants to come out as well, so I'm going to pull this one. Oh, the ancient ones, help from above. The ancient ones, the energy of ancestors, this mastery energy, and the child play. It's tapping into the inner creativity. This is also the card of second chances in this deck. And it's just tapping into inner child, inner playfulness, the innocence of childhood, the innocence before we sort of grow up and the conditioning kicks in and we get into a different kind of collective consciousness. This is pulling us onto all paths leads to spirit, being helped by ancestors, by ascended masters, by angels and guides, and just bringing some joy and some play back into how we do things, lightening the energy. I'm hearing lightening the energy. Okay, what other supportive energy are we? Oops, okay. We've got the giveaway, and the giveaway is thanks. It's thanks to the ancient ones here. and giving away just an offering of love. This feels like an offering of love and of thanks. It's like an offering of love and thanks for this kind of veil to be lifted. This high priestess energy feels very strong with this one. This kind of veil to be lifted, this kind of lack of clarity, which is why we've been in hermit mode. Lack of clarity. The medicine wheel, we're getting healing. Okay. The medicine wheel as well for me, especially in this deck, is different types of medicine for different people. It's different types of medicine is needed as we go through as a collective. Different types of medicine is needed. But Spirit know what we need. Different types of medicine needed for different situations. Different kind of collectives within the collective. Wow, the Time Master. Okay, so this is the master manipulation of time and space. This is being able to, this is all time being in one moment. This is the infinity. This is the connection between the oneness and the moment and the time and space experience that we have on Earth. This is extremely powerful energy. This is going to be the ability to understand exactly where we are in time, where we are in the complete wider collective consciousness, and what it's time to do now. Oops. What is it time to do now? It's this rising from the phoenix, the holy mountain, sacred spaces. It's time to look above again. It's time to look up above again to these ancient ones. Okay, let's have a look at, where are we going, Spirit? Okay, we're coming here. Let's have a look at some situations that might happen. What kind of situations we might see that will support this transformation, or how we can see this transformation is occurring in the collective. Okay, we've got three of fire. Okay, this is working together, taking action, working together. Ships coming in, things starting to take shape, but this is working as a group. And we've got the moon, intuition, feminine energy, Mother Earth. Okay, this is how we're gonna start seeing the transformation occur. Like that, the connection with Mother Earth again, to know the nurture that we should be giving to Mother Earth, to nature, to what's around us. And also the level of intuition with the moon, very, very strong. So the High Priestess, the seer energy. Oh. Okay, we've got the Three of Air. Okay, so this is conflict and pain. There's a feeling of, like, this, with this procrastination in this entrapment card, the transformation is through, we're being transformed from this kind of heartbreak, from this heartbreak energy. This heartbreak feels like a world heartbreak, a world pain. We're still on collective energy here. Justice. Wow. Okay. By coming back to intuition, by coming back to Mother Earth, by coming back to this energy, the energy of the moon, the wiseness, the wisdom, the guidance of the moon. This is also the cycles of like the cycles, the earth, the water. This is all very water-based energy. There's this collective pain. There's going to be justice in this collective pain. There's going to be something that shifts this away, that balances out what's happened with this pain here. Okay. What else for the collective energy that we need to know about, Spirit? What else for the collective energy? Okay. And then we'll have a look at the personal transformations that we might be seeing closer to home. So this is all collective, like bigger world event. Oops, bigger world events. It's not that one, it's this one. Okay. Oh, High Priestess again. We've got High Priestess twice. I'm going to put this one down here. Okay. Okay, let's have a look at what kind of doors are going to be opening in the collective for us to be able to walk through. What kind of offerings? Forgive and forget, a ritual cleansing of pain and lies. Arise and awaken, see a new sunrise. What were we just saying about this Three of Air? Okay. It's going to be a time to let go of this heartbreak on a collective level and start balancing things out. Okay, and start balancing things out. Let's have a look at the kind of action that we might see in order to get to this level of transformation. What kind of action through this transformation are we likely to see? What do we need to be aware of with this collective action? What do we need to be aware of? Okay, we've got sacrifice. And there's one more coming. Obstacles. Okay. This feels... I want to get clarifier on these. It's feeling at the moment like the obstacles that are going to come up are quite material. Because all of this is spiritual energy, the opposite of that, which is the sacrifice to get to this, is the material. Yeah, it's growth away from the material. So we're the sacrifice is to expand away from just the material and to connect this High Priestess energy, to really tap into that moon energy. And it's growth, but on a collective, it might feel like sacrifice. The collective energy, not the personal energy, the collective energy here. So what else? What else with this action? What are we learning through this action? Well, how else might we see this action take place? Oops. Those two wanted to come out. Give me a second. Yeah, peace. Oh, wow. Peace and purpose. Yeah, so this sacrifice and these the obstacles feels like the obstacles feel like the things we have to sacrifice are the obstacles. Is the feeling I'm getting. I'm trying to explain the feeling that the Spirit are giving me. There's the sacrifice of the material stuff, and this feels also connected a little bit to the earth. That kind of sacrifice that's needed for the growth that we need to go through for this transformation, for this collective energy transformation, for this evolution of this energy. That's going to be the obstacle, okay? But the goal and the transformation is peace and purpose. There's purpose in this. There's purpose in this, okay? Okay, let's get... Where are we going now, Spirit? Okay, let's get some purpose. So we've got... I mean, we know there's purpose, but there's also something here about prayer. So we've got magic prayer here, and we also have the giveaway. And that is kind of not asking for anything for us. This particular energy is not asking for something for ourselves, but it's asking something for the collective. Like the giveaway is asking for something where there's nothing, absolutely nothing in return. It's completely giving away. And that's the sacrifice. That's the sacrifice. Oops, that's the sacrifice. Yeah. There's like a prayer for the collective consciousness here. that's being asked of the collective, of that energy. Okay, what's the purpose? Where are we, what's the collective purpose here? Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. So that's why this could feel uncomfortable, could feel a bit like obstacles, but it needs deep, deep, deep healing. And this cellular healing, this cellular transformation is this Hermit energy. Okay, but remember the forgive and forget we have here as well with this heartbreak. And it doesn't mean that things are okay and that they're condoned. It means that we're no longer holding and giving space to this energy of pain. Okay, so this is collective energy for us as collective. Now let's have a look at personal. So I'm just going to clear these away. Let's have a look at how this energy might be affecting and impacting our personal relationships. Okay, so the personal relationships could be in the workplace. It could be, actually, let's have a look at local society, is what Spirit's saying. Let's have a look at kind of where we are locally on a social level. On a social level, like our community level. Let's have a look at community level first, and then we'll have a look at the collective energy. Okay, let me just move these. I don't want to use these same cards because that was for our collective energy. Okay, let's have a look at community level. So what kind of energy are we looking at on a community level, Spirit? What kind of energy are we looking at on a community level? Didn't really have any idea how this was going to go. I just knew it was going to be a collective energy reading, but I wasn't 100% sure which ways we were going. Okay, but this makes it, now all of that energy has come out. This makes a lot more sense as to why this was quite strong. Okay, let's have a look at, what do we need to know about the energy surrounding our community, Spirit? The energy surrounding our closer communities, the collective community energy. What do we need to know about this energy? The collective community energy. Collective community energy. It's going to be different for all of us. Of course, it's going to be different for all of us wherever we are in the world. But what kind of energy is going to be? Here we go. Hunter, track down your fears and desires. Okay. Feels like on a more localized level, on a more community conscious level, there's some fear. Okay, this is connecting to that kind of heartbreak, sacrifice, obstacles card. But this energy is inviting us to not turn away from fear, to face the fear. And that's a fairly easy thing to say, but when you're in the presence of the energy of fear and the energy of anxiety, of energy of, this energy is quite strong, and it can be very influential. But we're being invited here to turn and face it, and be focused in our hunt for the truth as well, on a collective level. Star ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. Okay. Yeah, hunting down the truth. Okay. Hunting down the truth. Water guardian, connect with your emotions. Trader, energy exchange to create abundance on a community level. This is amazing. Exchange energy to create abundance. This feels like really nourishing, deep gratitude, appreciation, desire to serve and to love and to be part of a community. Okay. Earth Mother, feel loved and comforted. Oh, feel loved and comforted. This is this community energy, this exchange energy here. Okay, this is really lovely. Stay rooted and grounded. So through the fears that come up, through the fears that you might see in the community and other people, it might just be even a feeling that you get when you kind of walk down the street, or you're in a park or in the supermarket. It might just be these waves of energy that you feel in this kind of community energy collective. Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. So it's staying rooted in these moments, and by staying rooted and connected to the truth, you transform that energy yourself. Oh wow, oh my god, I didn't even see this card. Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. This is all about transforming energy. So we have a situation where we've got people that are, we're likely to come across people that are feeling in fear, feeling afraid, feeling anxious, and feeling in these emotions and these states of energy. But the collective energy is calling for all of us to be rooted in our truth, to be completely rooted in our truth, but to also exchange good energy with the people around us, the people that are close to us, because that's what's going to change the collective energy. And by us being aligned to truth, and by us being committed to truth on a collective, we're transforming these local energy, these closer energies, and we root that into the earth. We root that into the earth as well. Okay, that's amazing. Okay, let's have a look at how this might be showing up in our communities. How might this be showing up in our communities? This is like really, do you know when you're watching waves in the ocean, and there's like a wave that's coming, and I'm not a surfer, but I'm sure there's a term for this, or like a different way of describing it. But when you've got like the wave and you can't see the wave break yet, but it's like almost you can hear the wave coming, and then all of a sudden it's like the biggest wave because it comes from the depths of the sea. It's that feeling. We've got goblins. This is this fear slightly. This is the fear that's coming up, but it's also the turning what's perceived as something that's perceived as not status quo into something that is status quo and accepting. Okay, we've got listening as well. So this community, this energy exchange, this transformation, this is listening to people, but this is also listening to your heart. Okay, this is definitely on a more community-based collective energy, for sure. Yeah, this shifter energy, it's transforming the energy that we have, but also being able to hold space for other people to transform their energy. But doing it in a way that's from a place of truth, not from a place of kind of control or restriction, or I just want to see what the healing cards we had. So not from a place that's like, not from a place of temptation, and not from a place of entrapment. That's what I was remembering. Not from a place of entrapment, and just listening and allowing people to be free. Freedom is the Aquarius energy, this Pluto Aquarius energy. Okay, where are we? Here we are. Field of Dreams. Okay, we've got Field of Dreams. This is like dreaming up, almost dreaming up what things could be like, what life could be like, what life in your community could be like. Community could be a place of work, a place that you travel to, the place that you live, whatever feels more like that kind of community energy to you. Where else, Spirit, could this energy be showing up for the viewer? Where else could it be showing up for all of us? This energy. Okay. There's another one. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Wizards. Oh, we've got 3. Wizards of awareness. This is having absolute precision and perception. Precision in our perception. This is having all of the tools to do whatever we want to do, being the wizard, but being aware and then choosing when to use our tools. Okay? Choosing them to use them in truth. We've got wide open. This feels like wide open for possibility here as well. And we've got storm fields. And with this energy that's coming through, this card is like the storm will pass. The storm will pass. No, there's no more. There we go. That one. Let's have a look at other situations that might be coming up, other situations that might be transforming in our community collective that we might need to be aware of. Yeah, this too shall pass. The patience. Okay. So patience, it's just a matter of time. Okay. This listening and this patience as well feels quite prominent. So where in our communities there might not be a lot of patience, it's kind of introducing that energy of patience. And patience while this storm passes. Okay. I feel like this is just the general community stuff. So patience if you're driving and you're stuck behind somebody who's going really, really slowly, it's like just having the patience and giving just that little bit of space. The sun, yeah, just shining the light and bringing the joy and having that kind of child play and just enjoying life, taking the moments in, just soaking it all up. Enjoying life, enjoying each other. It's almost like just starting to feel alive again. We had the moon in the collective energy. The moon came out in the collective energy. And now we've got the sun in the community energy. And that feels very significant. Okay, anything else we need to know about these situations? Okay. Envy. This feels where we had temptation in the collective. This feels like envy. This also feels connected to where we had the actions. So where was it? The action that we're taking, which was here somewhere. Yep, we had sacrifice and obstacles. It's like the temptation to wish we were where we were, or to wish we had what we had. This envy card as well is not like it's not a jealousy kind of energy in a very low vibrational way. This is like feeling like you're in the dark and the desire to move out of the dark and into the light. There's not an entrapment here of being in a very negative space, a negative energy, or perceivably negative energy. There is a desire to move from the darkness into the light. Okay? And this is like this wide open, be wide open to walk straight through. It's kind of like some of this listening might bring up feelings, like people expressing feelings of jealousy. And it's like the listening to that and then having the patience to kind of like listen and hold space for that, but then being able to transform this and encourage somebody into the light. We've got the healer of ages here. Okay, this is divine consciousness energy. We also had in the collective, if I remember, we also had the same card. Yeah, we've got the great teacher. Yeah, the great teacher and the wise one, but it's this one. This very similar energy. Okay, so there's a lot happening in the collective. Obviously, that's happening in the community level of the collective. But this energy is guiding us to really listen, to earth ourselves, to really be focused and hunt for the truth of things. I feel like by having these conversations and these interactions with people, hunting for the truth through listening, is going to help people step out from the darkness and into the light. Okay. What about other situations that might be impacting us on a community level within the collective? What else? What other situations do we need to be aware of, Spirit? Yeah, okay. We've got the garden and the gate. So where we think we might be somewhere really abundant, it's like opening the gate and traveling into new pastures. Looking at what lies ahead, looking at what lies beyond. Okay. I feel there's patience in that as well. But it's like, what's just over the hill? What's possible here? Okay. Let's have a look at some of the energy surrounding these conversations that we might be having, or the things that we might be hearing. Let's have a look at what we can be aware of in our community collective, Spirit. What can we be aware of in our community collective? What do we need to be aware of? And with this shape-shifting energy as well, like what is it we need to be aware of? What is it that we're looking... What kind of situations are we looking at here? Okay. Star. This is the Aquarius energy. This tells me this is like grassroots change. It's going to happen this change is going to happen in our communities. Oh, did another one flip here? Yeah, another one flipped here. 3 of Earth. Community, collaboration, achieving something with other people. Wow, that's blown me away. Well, as I say, Spirit are amazing always, and it's never a shock, but it's when this is grassroots community level change, and this is where this wave that we're talking about is going to happen. Okay, and a lot of it is encouraging people into the light. That's where this teacher energy comes from. And the teacher energy doesn't mean that you're necessarily a teacher, or that there is a teacher. There's just an air. There's something in the air that is guiding people into it, and it's like people will look up the behaviour of others, the focus of others. People will be listening. So anybody that's trapped in this kind of energy will be listening to people that are focused on finding the truth. Also, yeah, okay, I was just about to say also understanding their emotions. Through that, we'll be able to kind of shapeshift and transform through truly understanding themselves, what they're going through, reconnecting to their emotional bodies. Because at the moment we're in a bit of we're trapped. There's conflict here. Yeah. But this conflict is resolved on a community level. This is why Spirit wanted me to do community. I didn't realise we were going to do community. I thought we were going to do collective and personal. So this change is the transformation through this year, 2024. This change, this energy shift, this wave is really going to start from our communities, and it's going to be rooted in the connection we have to finding the truth, hunting down the truth, and facing those fears. So where we've got conflict and fear, and we've got energy coming at us that feels very challenging, facing that fear. Oh, Two of Water. Okay. With this energy, this is really making me feel like everyone has someone. In the community level, it's really important that everyone has someone. Everyone has someone to listen to, and everyone has someone to listen to them. So that all of these kind of goblins, all of this envy, anything that's creeping in, there's power in the collective, there's power in community, there's power in friendship, there's power in connection to face the fear. Okay. Where are we going now, Spirit? Let's have a look at what's being healed. I mean, we can see so much healing here already. We can see so much healing here. This is like emotional healing. This feels like emotional healing as well as mental clarity with this Five of Air. Pride. It's the things that are keeping us stuck, that stop us from being honest about the emotions that we have. It's like pretending that there's no hurt, but actually there is hurt, or pretending that you're okay because you think that the right thing to do is to be, so-called really strong, and actually you're in heartbreak. We had that Three of Swords for the collective energy. There's heartbreak, there's pain, but it's the pride that we feel that we have to wear, the mask of pride that we feel we have to wear in order to be strong and be successful, be great, be all of these things, accept who we are, and finding this truth, being this with the Star card as well, like really getting to the roots of everything. Oh, we've got Patience again. Okay. Getting to the root of everything, actually being able to express and release emotions in kind of close relationships as well with this Two of Water. But there's like an emotional understanding. This is like a judgment-free, deep connection. And it doesn't have to be romantic. This is one person seeing another person, like truly, deeply seeing them. Do you know, this is like Avatar energy. If you've seen the Avatar films, or even one of the Avatar films, this is that kind of I see you energy that happens on a community level between lots of people, that has a profound effect, and it's rooted in listening and patience. So people might not get it right first time. This pride might kick in, this envy might kick in, but it's holding the energy of truth. So what's the truth of that situation? Is the truth somebody is just prideful, or is the truth that they're in pain? And then it's having that ability to be the shapeshifter in yourself so that you can be an example for other people. But I feel like a lot of you, the viewers, I feel like a lot of you watching this are already in this mode of transforming energy, of reading energy, of really connecting to energy and grounding the energy. And quite possibly already doing that within your communities already. Okay, let's have a look at the spirit guidance that's coming in for the communities. Freedom. Aquarius card. Star. Freedom. Yes. This is about freedom to be who we are. Let this mask down. But I feel like in order for these masks to go down, we need it to be reflected in another. It needs to be reflected to us by another, like on a community level. The people that are struggling with this energy and that aren't embracing the hunter energy, the focus in their search for truth to face fears and desires, people who are feeling really anxious or worried about that energy need the reflection from people who are Yeah, for people who are already grounded in the energy of being able to transform, and being able to transform the energy doesn't mean you're not afraid, doesn't mean you don't experience that energy as well. It means the higher calling kicks in. We've got soul journey. This is collective and personal and community. This is through the whole thing for all of us, of course, but this journey of freedom, this journey to freedom, should I say. What else do we need to know? So what other energy do we need to be aware of in our communities on a collective community energy spirit? What do we need to be aware of? That freedom card is beautiful. Yeah, rooting. Tree of life, roots, community, reaching up to our guardian angels, to our guides, to our helpers, to our spirit family, and rooting the energy down in the world of our emotions, in the 3D world, in the physical world, in the psyche. This is reaching up to get the highest level of energy, pulling it down through our bodies into our roots, pushing it through the roots and into the ground, so that it goes into the deepest parts of our subconscious, unconscious mind. This is also being able to transform that energy and transform that behaviour and that understanding, with that, transfer that knowledge into the community so that the community can transform. So rooting to it's like the network of trees. And that's how our communities need to move together. Okay, that's very, very stunning energy. It's very stunning energy. Okay, let's have a look at the energy that's kind of with us. What's the energy with us? The arrow. Be very clear on your direction, viewer. Be clear on your direction. Don't hold on too tight to the past. Yeah. Clarity, focus. Okay, but this is the energy that we're working with. This is the energy that we can tap into, that's available to us through this energy to help us transform this energy. What other energy can we tap into on a community level, Spirit? What other energy can we tap into on a community level? What other energy can we tap into on a community level to help us through this, to help guide, to help with this patience, to help with this listening, with this transformation? I feel like some of you are already wide open in terms of spiritually, the awareness that you have, and it's like you are ripe almost to just to go ahead with this. So this is the solo journey. This is going through the day unseen, going through the night unseen. This can be very like stealth mode. This can be very like solo independent energy. Again, very Aquarius energy. But going through the journey alone, but being able to be guided by moonlight at night and by the sun during the day. Go with the flow. It's happening, and there's the momentum of this energy. We have to be wide open to it and surrender to it, because we're just going to go down that spiral. But the bottom of this spiral leads out to something amazing. It's leading us to a higher vibration, higher level of energy, and the rainbow. So this is a sign of good times, happiness. This is also the energy of alignment. So the seven chakras, the 7 different energies in our bodies. This is alignment of our chakras, alignment of our energy. Oh, okay. I've just saw the crow there, which is all truth, 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 truth. This is truth. Speak your truth. Follow the voice of your soul. This is all, and soul journey. This is all about speaking truth, specifically speaking truth, communication wise, to everybody, like, and not having the pride of what people might think, not having to worry about that mask being on all the time. It's almost feel like we're exhausted with having to pretend that we're okay. And the rattle, which is calling in spirit to help us on the earth plane. So this is connecting the higher realms this is connecting the upper world to the middle world. This is higher realms, our spirit guides, ancestors, ancient ones, to help us. This is a call for help to spirit. So if you do feel like there's a feeling where you can't express your truth, or there is some throat chakra blockage somewhere for some of you, which I'm feeling there might be, it's calling on spirit to help you. Okay, let's have a look at the learnings through this energy that we need to be aware of, because this is affecting, this is affecting us and the people that we're coming across, because it's being mirrored, right? It's being mirrored in these kind of close relationships, these close connections, these interactions with other people as well. Not necessarily close connections in terms of emotional closeness, but it could be like neighbours or just people we pass every day. So we're learning courage, hunter. What else are we learning through this? As a community, what else are we learning, spirit? As a community, what else are we learning? Adversity, yeah. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So we're learning. This is what this patience is referring to. So where you might get adversity from someone. So say if you're in the car and you don't realise you're going really slowly, or you've taken a wrong turn, or you just need a minute to try and find out where you are, or to just get your bearings or something, and then somebody behind you is pipping because they haven't given you a moment just to gather yourself. It's like all of that energy needing to start to shift from us reflecting to other people and setting the example for other people within the community space, but understanding that all of that kind of adverse energy and all of that challenging energy is what's going to completely shapeshift, because this is where we need to do what we say we're going to do, not just talk about what we want to do that's a collective. Not unbelievable, obviously, because spirit are desperately trying to tell us that we need some patience. Have patience through this. Like, I'm also hearing, like, find ways to ground yourself so that patience can be more natural, because it feels like I had some fluff on my nose. I've got regret here. I know that I cannot change the past. So not looking to the past and worrying about what we did and how we need to change the past, but looking at how we can transform the future. This is also this garden in the gate. I can't believe we've got patience 3 times. It's like, don't regret. Sorry, you've got the light there. It's like, don't regret the places that you have been, are in, have witnessed, because you can't change it, but you can see the future. Okay, is there anything else? That kind of felt like the last one, actually. Let's have okay. We have self-esteem and death, your transformation. Self-esteem, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. It feels like there is, right, okay, yeah. Self-esteem, this is this pride, this is the ability to just have the courage and the confidence to say, I'm going to be honest, because that can be quite terrifying sometimes for some people. And endings are beginnings. So this is the transformation that we're starting to see, but it will take time because we've got a lot of patience that's being asked of us. It will take time. There is, let's see what kind of doors are opening in our communities that we need to watch out for, be aware for. What kind of doors are opening in our communities? What doors might be opening for us? What kind of doors might be opening for us to harness this energy and to be an example of this energy? The art of life. There's no sacred light in the aura of an invisible life. Be bold in your skin. Let your love dance inside. Okay, I'll just put that there so you can see it. This is about owning who you are as a person, as a body. We had that in the collective as well. The wider collective, the global collective. Again, very Aquarius energy. This is really transforming who we are and becoming more connected to the people around us. Doesn't necessarily mean you have more people around you, or your community will expand, but it's like connecting and understanding and moving through and with and understanding a deeper level of the community energy that's around you. But there's huge transformation going on. Huge transformation, and it's all around this freedom. Okay. And this exchange of energy, this unconditional exchange of energy. Okay, right. Where are we going now? Let's have a look at the purpose here. Let's have a look at the purpose. So what's the purpose of this community transformation? What's the purpose of this community transformation? Share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, expression. Wowzers. Honesty with voice. That's the purpose of this community level transformation. What's happening on a community level, a community collective level. Share your voice. Okay. Right, now let's have a look at, actually, no, we're not done. Let me get this, just some advice here that Spirit want to give for this community collective energy. Because this is where the energy becomes more of a responsibility of us as individuals. As well as our own energy, it's like the collective energy as well becomes our responsibility. So it's all connected, of course, right? It's all connected and it all feeds into each other. It's the great beauty and the great magic of life. And okay. But this feels very prominent. And viewer, I feel like there's a lot of spiritual growth that's already been happening, that's been setting you up already for this journey. We've got this journey card. It's like you've already gained you've already gained the colours of the rainbow. You've already got access to these tools. Okay, but we've got patience. Flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between. Okay, so this is like what we were just saying about the collective energy, and then as soon as we go to the community level, it's more about the the responsibility, although that's not kind of witnessed on a personal level, it's witnessed on a community conscious, community collective energy level. And that's the in between, because it's collective, community, personal. That's wonderful. Rhino spirit, overcome any obstacles. So we had obstacle in the group collective, didn't we? The world collective, the global collective. And this is saying overcome any obstacle now in the roots of your communities. There's a lot of energy supporting you as well. There's a lot of energy supporting you while you do this. Yeah, I'm going to get one of these. There's some, I'm just picking up such strong soul, like strong spirit energy. Strong spirit energy, like it takes one person to shine a bright light sometimes when in a room of 200 people, and it helps everybody find their way. That's what this is speaking to as well. This there's no sacred light in the aura of in invisible life. It's like you have to be in front of people. Just want to show you the door here as well, because these door cards are very, very lovely. Okay, we've got, oh my God, what we were just saying about the spiritual growth viewer for you, and the energy that you have that's going to be helping transform this collective community energy. We've got giraffe visionary, rise above earthly matters, glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path, stand tall in your self-worth, and love with a big heart. This is you standing tall, shining the light, and then everybody else can follow. This is you being a leader without realizing you're being a leader. This is everybody watching you and looking up to you because you are the visionary. And you don't even realize it. Like, you wouldn't even realize it because you're just walking forward, standing tall, walking strong in your community, because this is not a lone path, viewer. This is not a lone path. There are people with you here. And we saw that with the Two of Cups as well. There are people here with you, and this is all about everybody needs somebody else. Everybody needs somebody to reflect. Everybody needs a person, and doesn't mean a close relationship. It means everybody needs somebody who they can feel warmth from and give warmth to. It needs to be that even exchange, but from a place of unconditional. So yeah, okay. So this is the community. What we're going to do now is get the personal relationships. Okay, we're going to get the personal relationship. So we're just moving down a level into your close personal relationships. So family, people in your immediate household, people you consider family. Let's have a look here. So, we had a lot of cards here. There is very, very deep, powerful spiritual transformation that has already occurred with you, viewer. Already occurred. And it's now the strength that's going to be able to shapeshift the energy that's been building already in you in the collective. Okay, so let's have a look at the close relationships. So we're moving down a level into close relationships. So let's have a look at the immediate relationships of the viewer. So how are our personal relationships going to be impacted this year with this collective energy? How are our personal relationships going to be impacted, or what do we need to be aware of? Okay, we've got traveller. Oh, we've got two. Traveller, move in a new direction. This feels like it's having direction, guardian, choose your path. Okay. This is coming at your personal relationships from a different perspective. And this is the transformation that's going to happen in personal relationships. This is choosing the path that is most true to you as an individual. And transforming these relationships in that way. There could be some physical movement for some physical move. There could be a physical move closer. It's like if you have an urge to be closer to family, or if you are away from your partner a lot, or there's distance, physical distance between you and your partner, there's an encouraging energy here to move closer together for some of you. But this is choosing the direction of truth always. Eagle, see from a higher perspective. Oh, what did we just say? Perspective. Yes. Thank you. There's a totally different perspective on this. It's shining a light on our personal relationships that's going to illuminate something that's going to bring them to life in a different way, and it is shifting the perspective. Trust your talents in changing times. So you've got the ability to shift this energy. We saw that in the community reading. Arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. I feel like this is staying away from too much time with people that are draining. That doesn't mean, we had the patience card as well. Yeah. Okay, we've got Druid. This is what was coming out. We've got Druid, hold the space. This doesn't mean this surrounding yourself with protection, with protective energy doesn't mean not to be in the collective energy we were just seeing, and to be away from people physically. This means protect your energy while you're in those situations, but also just know when to rest, retreat, recharge. But because you are who you are, and because, viewer, you've got such an amazing presence, already a solid presence and a solid energy, you have the gift of being able to hold the space and transform the space. Okay, let me move those back because I think they're in the way for you. There we go. All right, let's have a look at the personal path here. Let's have a look at the personal path for you, viewer. What's transforming on your path in your relationships? What's transforming in your path in your relationships? What's transforming? There's lots of groups of cards coming out today, which is interesting. Ascending the mountain, keep going forward. We've got staying focused, hold the course. This feels like if you do have a conversation with someone and you're saying, and you know you're really in it with them, and you're met with lots of a different emotion, perhaps lots of emotion is coming up in you, and there's lots of kind of conflicting energy that's surrounding the situation. It's staying focused on the truth, because the course for you is truth. We saw that with the crow in the community as well, and already seen it with your energy in the community. Taking shelter, the answers are within. Interesting. So we had the Hermit card right at the beginning in the collective energy, and this is going within. This is trusting the truth, trusting the intuition and the truth, and in your personal because this energy is all about the personal relationships and how we can transform them, and how what's coming up for us to transform within our connections, in our real close connections. I lost what I was going to say then. Something else came in. The going on the inside and sticking. Yes. This is why. Okay. It's going on the inside and not worrying about something falling apart, because it won't fall apart if it's in truth. If it won't fall apart in a way that is destructive if it's in truth. We had the kind of coming apart, remember, in the beginning. And the answers are within. This is that Hermit energy again, which has gone through kind of all of the levels here. but going within and just staying focused and sticking to what you know to be true, but also being able to communicate that to somebody else in a way that's understandable and received, and where they can listen from a point of understanding. But this is solitude. In peace, in silence, peace prevails. Almost as well, when you're in your personal one-to-one relationships, it's like fewer words said are better. Like there's more impact that's said in fewer words. Valiant courage, take action with passion. This is like going for the personal, going into your personal relationships all in, like completely going all in, not having the worry or not having that mask of pride like we saw before, not having these masks in, going all in with them. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, going all in, King of Fire. Going all in with them, being a master of what you're talking about with people, how you're communicating, being a master of the action that you take, taking brave action, taking passionate action, completely from the space in your heart. And that takes courage. That can take courage. Like, to love somebody fully means our perception of love needs to change quite often. We've got the 6th of Earth. What I want to say with this card is, with people from your past, with people in your life at the moment, these close relationships, whatever close relationships it is that's resonating with you, the people in your life, don't be afraid to be the first one to reach out if that feels true to you. You have a talent, viewer, of being able to navigate a conversation and a situation in a way that dissolves any tension without anybody really realizing that that's what you've done. And your personal growth journey so far, your spiritual journey, your awakening journey, your enlightenment journey, your personal growth journey, wow, your personal growth journey is just going to new heights. What I feel with this is like it's new heights, new heights, new heights. There's no end for how high you can go with the courage that you've got, the truth that you can express, the passion you have for it, the energy you have for it. We've got strength. This is taming in chaos. So having the sophistication, I want to say, to be able to tame the lion. So if these personal, what we were saying before about in these personal relationships, if you're met with this kind of destructive energy or this conflicting energy or this very challenging energy to deal with, if emotions are running high, let's say, you have the ability to really turn that around. Queen of Water, understanding your own emotions and understanding the emotions of others. This is also being able to heal and nurture emotions in yourself and others, in your relationships, in your close relationships. Not all of you, but for some of you, some of this transformation with this energy is going to bring you back with somebody from your past, with this traveller and with this 6 of Earth. Not for all of you, but this, if that is the case for you this year, with this energy, this kind of energy pull back together, it will be somebody that you're already holding space for in your heart, that you haven't let go of on a spiritual, energetic level, not a spiritual level, but an energetic level, that you're still holding a lot of space in your heart for them, and you had a very deep spiritual connection. 5 of Earth, but this, I didn't even see this card. this relationship that you had, you were left out in the cold, or you left them out in the cold. Okay, that's just for some of you, not all of you. But this, if that is the case for you, this could have a completely different route forward now. For people in a romantic relationship who are having like rocky times, seeing a different perspective can reignite and completely transform that relationship into something different, into something much more enlightened. And for people who are not in a romantic relationship, this King of Fire is very important for people that are single, in a place of like just being able to look after themselves, like taking action to love yourself is very strong here. Let's have a look at what's being healed on a personal level in personal relationships. For somebody, yeah, it feels like there's going to be a shift of, there could be a shift of people in your life, a transformation of people in your life where if they don't now match your desire for the truth, they're not going to be on this path with you. That feels more like friendships. It could be any relationship, but for a lot of you it feels like friendships. For some of you it will be romantic relationships. For some of you it will be family connections. Okay, what's being healed here, Spirit? What's being healed here? What's being healed here in our personal relationships? What's being healed in our personal relationships? What I'm hearing from Spirit is we're gonna want something different from our relationships, all of us, on a personal level, and gonna want something different from our relationships. And it's gonna be, the different is gonna be the authenticity. Okay, we've got sadness. This is what's being healed in our personal relationships. This sadness is going to be healed through understanding our emotions. And there's nothing wrong with sadness. There's nothing wrong with the emotion of sadness at all. And it's just, allowing this emotion to pass through us and to kind of find peace with this emotion, because we're starting to understand our emotions in a different way. We've got letting go and soulmate. So we're letting go of connections and we're finding a new direction with people that is more authentic and in alignment with us. We're finding soulmate, and that can be romantic, that can be soul tribe. That's not necessarily romantic. It's just our soul family. This is really beautiful. Doesn't mean that there's this kind of sadness and this nostalgia of people from our past. Sort of saying goodbye to them, or for having anybody kind of leave our life. Even if the situation was challenging, even if we know that it's true, there's still sadness that can go with that. I kind of want to put this over here because I feel like this belongs here. Yeah. There's going to be some shifting of personal relationships here, viewer. There's going to be some shifting, but the shifting is really coming into these soulmate connections. What energy is surrounding our relationships, our close relationships? What energy is surrounding our close relationships, Spirit? What's the energy we need to be aware of? What's the energy that's helping us transform these personal relationships? We've got to work through your fears. Do you remember in the community collective reading we've just done? We had to face fears. The hunter. If there is a fear, if there's a fear of letting go, or a fear of sadness, a fear of being left out in the cold, a fear of being on your own for anybody, that is being called up now to be healed, because that fear can't go where you're going. You can't get to the top of this mountaintop, and you can't fully embrace this queen of water with the resistance of the fear. I want to say, if you've got strong Scorpio in your chart, this will be quite prominent. If you have Pluto in Scorpio, oh my god, I can't remember the dates now. 1980. Oh, I can't remember the dates. I'll put it in the comments box. If you have Pluto in Scorpio, this is going to be very specific. If you have Scorpio in Pluto. Sorry, Pluto in Scorpio. I'm getting it all backwards because I'm very excited about this card that's just come out. This energy is going to be perhaps a bit stronger for you. This fear energy, and a new romantic cycle begins, and this new romantic cycle is the it's the new perception of love, new perception of romance, and what a romantic relationship looks like for us. There's a whole different way. This is all about authenticity. This is all about things being authentic, things being true. And our personal relationships will shift, and they'll shift in alignment with where we are individually, like all of us as a collective individually. But that's the energy that's going to move the collective, obviously, from all of us, from inside all of us, and then it all impacts each other. And it's working through this cycle. But I feel that our understanding of romantic love this year is going to be very, very interesting. I think that's going to go a big way to how we kind of interact as well on a social level. You're very close to achieving your goal. So this, where we were saying before, viewer, that your energy is very strong in a spiritual sense. Your solid spiritual essence is really there. And I almost feel like achieving your goal is like the journey, like the transformations and the events that are going to happen in the next few months, sort of kind of up to the end of this year, end of 2024. This is kind of like what you've been, the initiation of some of the energy that you've been getting. Your dreams need a practical plan. This is like finding the tools and the methods of being able to navigate through these personal relationships. So what feels true to you, what feels comfortable to you, what feels accessible for you to communicate your truth and your authenticity in these relationships. Okay. This perspective is interesting. Okay, what energy are we working with here, Spirit? What energy are we working with here? Yeah, there's a complete shift in how we understand romance. There's a complete shift in how we understand romance, viewer. But it's like the depths of what we can understand here with Queen of Water as well is phenomenal. It's like it's going to be, personal relationships are going to be taken to new heights. Oh, we've got this, the mountain card here as well. Ascending the mountain. Okay, sorry, let me put those back for you. Okay. What energy are we working with? So on a personal level, what energy is impacting our personal relationships? What are we working with energy-wise in our personal relationships? This feels very specific. This energy feels very specific. It feels like a long time coming, like you've been working very consciously at romantic relationships, close relationships, family relationships, to be present, to see from a different perspective, to have patience. It feels like this has already been part of the journey, and kind of now it's materializing in a practical way. Okay, let's have a look here. What energy is influencing our personal relationships? We might only get one card here, but it's definitely very, very specific. Okay, and I'm still with this deck. Yeah, okay. Let's keep going. Ooh, okay. It's coming. It feels very specific. This energy, the energy we're working with, here we go. The energy we're working with in our heart, in our personal relationships. We've got the hummingbird. I just want to make sure nothing else flipped there. So the hummingbird is being very protective about your territory, about your space. Being I don't want to say unconditionally, just unwaveringly protective about your territory, about your family, about those close to you, about those that are in your nest. This is also about going on a journey. This is the migration. This is the change. This is also a bird. I wondered whether we'd get a bird from that deck, and that's why it was taking so long. Different perspective. Different perspective. This is all around a higher perspective. Viewer, this is a completely shifting perspective from something, from the day to day, from the little things, into something that's much bigger, and seeing a wider picture, and seeing both people, 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, whatever those close relationships look like to you. This is more speaking towards personal relationships, so one-to-one with parents, siblings, cousins, if they're kind of close to you in your immediate family, partners, children, those one-to-one close relationships, perhaps business partners as well, if there's quite an emotional tie, or a very strong connection there. Teachers as well, your relationship with kind of teachers or spiritual teachers. But this is very much about being protective, going on the journey. This is the migration as well, following your instincts, going on the journey that you know that you need to go on, because you need to get from one place to the other, and it's the instinctive journey. There's no map. It's the instinctive journey. Oh, and I've just remembered here, we've got the choose your path. So the choose your path, if you try and follow a map, you might get somewhere, but it's not where you're supposed to be. If you throw the map out the window and you follow your instincts, you'll end up exactly where you're meant to be. That spiral we had in the beginning as well. So we've got the door here, we've got this door. And we've got the sacred locus, compassion in action, the chosen tool. I see now the lotus in your spirit's jewel. The relationships that you have are going to go to a whole new level. Some of the shift in perspective is to deepen the appreciation of people, of what people bring to your life and who people are. Also holding compassion when they're in that energy, like what we just said about the community collective energy. Having compassion when somebody's in the space of pride or ego, or there's some destructiveness going on, some envy going on. Just having compassion and listening to them. But that energy is drawing down into your personal relationships. And you can see through that. You can see through that into the person's spirit, into their soul, because you're seeing from a totally different perspective, because you're able to step back and out and see the whole thing. We've got this door here. It's the second one that's come out. A stranger's grace. Oh God. Ego fears the sudden danger, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. Oh my God. What were we just saying about the ego? This also applies to the collective. So it's like these personal relationships, when you ignite this energy in your personal relationships, it kind of becomes more habitual for you to do, and your partner or your family member or the person that you're in this connection with, this one-to-one connection with, you both then go out and do that in the world. This feels really incredible. Okay, let's have a look at lessons. I wasn't sure where we were going there. If you and your loved one, your close one, whoever this is resonating for the most in your life, viewer, if you've got plans to go traveling with them, or you've spoken about traveling, or you've said, oh, do you know, I'd love to go. I thought something else flipped there. No. Oh, I'd love to go to that place. Or you've spoken about holiday or something. This energy is encouraging you to take that journey, like the physical journey as well as the spiritual journey, but with somebody else. Okay. Guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist my soul's growth. Okay, so we're learning to let go. We're really learning to let go of the past in our own emotional body. Failure. Okay, if you've had a relationship that has failed, friendship, romantic relationship, and I say failed, I don't mean actually failed. I mean, if you perceive that it's failed, if you feel like the relationship was a failure and you feel guilty about that, we need this is being encouraged to let go. This kind of new seeing from a different perspective is encouraging you to let that go. There's a lot of strength here, viewer, in you as well. Yeah, healthier relationships. The guilt that you might feel with this will hold you back from really coming into fruition with like this new romantic cycle, or if this isn't a romantic cycle for you, these new connections. So while you might be attached to somebody from the past that you feel quite guilty about, with perhaps being you know, just cutting off contact or something happening to cut and end that relationship, and if there's sadness around that, this is encouraging you to let that go. We're moving to healthier relationships. We're moving to much healthier relationships now, because you're coming from this place of authenticity. Okay, what else are we understanding? Yeah, we're just totally reimagining a different way to be together. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. This is finding imagination and creativity in your relationships, and this is because this is like you saying that you want to do. You haven't said that you want to do this particular activity or try this new thing, and just bringing this playfulness and this imagination into how you're behaving, how you're acting, how you're moving. Let's take a look at action, actually. Reimagining relationships from a place of authenticity, love and truth, especially with this, we've got this King of Fire here, just taking action from a place of love, from a place of nourishment, from a place of, and this nourishment, this care is for all. It's like this king protects all in his kingdom. So it's that, and we've got like a balance of masculine, feminine energy here, of taking action and emotion. There is a real strong current of taking authentic action, but encouraging our close ones, our loved ones, to take authentic action too, and to get on a journey with them in a journey, whether that's a spiritual sense, just an understanding, deepening understanding of who we are, of the world around us. We've got anger, rage. This is what we're letting go and we're transforming. Okay, the type of action that's happening This will resonate particularly strong if you're in a relationship connection, any relationship connection that is fueled by anger. Yeah, we've got protection. Okay. I feel like this is protecting the sacredness of a connection from the influences that trigger this anger or rage. Because we've got this card with just letting go of the ego and seeing through the ego and acting from a place of kindness. It's like that's what's going to transform this anger as well. That's going to protect the sacredness of the relationship by seeing through this ego, having that kind of compassion. That's going to be in some situations where anger is kind of the go-to. And I don't mean this for situations where it's different from that. I mean for, if somebody gets really frustrated and if anger's the go-to and there's no sitting to understand or to talk about emotions, or there's none of that listening, being heard, being understood going on, but there's a desire for it, this is how it can be transformed. And also with that, if there's no connection of talking about how you're feeling in relationships, imagine a different way of doing it. It doesn't have to be the same way that you've done it or that you always think that you do it. We've got travel again. Okay. In these personal relationships, viewer, in order to transform them, what you've been doing before needs to be in a different physical location. We've got hold the space down here as well. It needs to be in a different physical location. Okay, that could be, instead of talking in your front room, it could be that you talk in the park or you go for a coffee, and that will also dispel this anger. Okay, let's have a look at the purpose. So the transformation around personal relationships is holding space, having personal relationships that are deeply rooted in authenticity and truth, working through the fears that we have about being exposed and vulnerable in relationships and feeling exposed in relationships. We've got the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, Soul Tribe. So these personal one-to-one relationships, however that applies to you, all of this energy is supporting you from connecting with those people. And it's more than one as well. It's not just one person here that this is relating to. This could be related. It could be just resonating with one particular connection, but it could be for all of your connections. And some of this energy will be for all of your connections because it's the energy that you're embodying. Okay, we've got Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? This is you taking the initiative with a lot of this because your energy is so strong now because of the work that you've been doing just on yourself, on your own spiritual journey, and just because of the strength that you already hold yourself. You're the one that's going to be leading this. I feel like that in the community reading as well as this personal one-to-one relationship reading. There's going to be times where it's going to be you that needs to have the patience, viewer, to set the example and to shine the light. Like what we were saying, I think that was in the global collective reading, to shine the light. But you have the light already. You already have the light. We've had the Hermit card from two different decks. I think we've had the Hermit card. So we've had the light bearer, essentially. You've already reached the top of the mountain. You've already got the light, and you're still searching. You're still looking. You're still curious. You're still captivated by life and what it's got to offer. That's in this travel energy as well. the age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. This is why you are holding this energy so strong. This is also why this needs to be you, viewer, that initiates this energy in these relationships. It might need to be you that initiates this energy often, which is where this patience is coming in. The patience that's coming through in the community needs to be rooted down into your one-to-one relationships. Okay, let's have a quick look at... So this might not resonate necessarily for romantic relationships. It doesn't have to be at all. It's whatever the relationship... Something flipped there. That's happened loads through this reading. They flip and go back into the pack. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be anything. Okay. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. This is all about reflecting back from somebody else, this energy. So the transformation in all of the relationships is being able to hold space for somebody else in a way that's caring and nurturing. And we can feel listened to. Really reimagining these spaces that we share with other people, with people really close to us. Chemistry, yeah. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. There's a very strong attraction here. I'm feeling like real spiritual. I mean, we've got soulmate down here as well. Really spiritually infused connections. Okay, yeah, we've got heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. This is calling for a completely new way, reimagining a new way to connect, to understand love, a completely different perspective. But this different perspective that you almost stumble on, this different perspective is going to completely change the level of chemistry. It's going to totally change. It's going to bring new forms of romance or connection and love into your life in a way that it's all. I want to say in a way that the world hasn't experienced before. Certainly not recently, because this feels like this new freedom. The freedom of being able to love in this way feels really like enriching on a soul level. Okay, let's have a look at the energy that Spirit's working with you with in your relationships. Okay. This is really... angels, they're just with you. They are absolutely with you. There's an acknowledgement here as well of knowing how this transformation, this energy transformation, can be kind of draining. So if there is healing, or if you do feel like you need healing, it's like asking for healing. Where we've got this card as well, let your friends help you. Part of this is ask Spirit for help when you need. And of course we've got communication. Why would this not come up in this reading? Communication. And we've got the butterfly here as well. This is like completely transforming how we communicate. Completely transforming how we communicate. Let's just see what's being healed with this communication, because in these one-to-one relationships, it's incredibly important for that to be integrated. Let's see, what are we integrating? What kind of lessons or knowledge or wisdom are we integrating with this communication transformation? Oops. What are we integrating? For the viewer, please, Spirit, what are we integrating? Yeah. So we're in these one-to-one relationships, in this communication, we're integrating spirit messages, observe limitations. These limitations are where we're kind of hitting these boundaries, the limitation of the perception that we have, the limitations that somebody puts on themselves. It could be us or another, however this resonates, in terms of their perception of love, the limits that they put on what a romantic relationship should look like, what a friendship should look like, what a family relationship should look like. What are those limits? And then reimagine what that relationship could look like if it was looked at from a different perspective. And then being able to communicate that. But Spirit, we've got this angel assistance card as well. Spirit at helping you find the words. They're helping you find the words. We've got another bird here as well. Ascended Masters, create open communication. I didn't even see that underneath. Communication is unbelievably essential. We are completely transforming how we communicate so that it comes from a place of authenticity, truth, and heart space, love, compassion and understanding for ourselves as well as the people that we're reflecting to and being reflected back at, if that makes sense. There's this deep healing happening here. This feels like a complete end of a cycle, like a complete end of a cycle. Okay, let's get some advice from Spirit on this, with this energy. We are traveling to new places, though, viewer. We're absolutely traveling to new places, discovering new things, doing new things. It doesn't have to be with new people. There we go. It doesn't have to be with new people. This is doing things in a way that is totally radical. If you're in a romantic relationship as well, I'm just picking up, if you're in a romantic relationship and things feel really boring, like everything's really routine, and it's like you just do the same thing over and over, and you don't really feel that your partner necessarily doesn't understand where you're coming from when you want to do something differently, or if you say you want to, go here or try this activity or whatever that might be. If you feel you're not being heard, think of a different way to express it. Think of a different tactic. You've got here as well, trust your talents in challenging times. So it's like you already have the ability to, and the skill set to be able to guide this and shapeshift this energy. We've got this here as well, this shapeshift energy from this, the community collective energy. Coyote Spirit, trust in divine detours. It might not look like what you think it will look like, but the imagination will set it off and put you on a path. Okay. What else, Spirit, that we need to know about these transforming relationships? What else do we need to know about? No, sorry, that was me. What else do we need to know about? Cat Spirit, claim your independence. This feels very much like independence from the way things are usually done. This also feels, if there's not a romantic relationship here, it's the independence of having to feel like, if you do feel like this, or if you have done in the past, the kind of pressure of feeling like you need to be in a relationship. The freedom here is the communication of saying, I don't need to be in a relationship. I am absolutely 100% content and happy and secure and on my own, not in a relationship, because there's sometimes this kind of pressure of being in a partnership with someone, and when you're not in a partnership with somebody, it's like everyone's trying to set you up. It's like everyone's trying to set you up, and you're like, hold on a minute. No, I'm actually happy. I don't want to be set up. I don't want to date at the moment. I don't want to date ever. It's complete personal choice, and that's the authentic communication that we are going to start to express. without this rage and anger. It's going to come from a place of compassion, honesty, truth, just complete understanding. And these personal relationships will be transformed through our honesty. We've got wombat spirit, be at home. So for our personal relationships, this feels very, very apt. This is feeling at home with, because there's people are home, right? Not places. People are home. So it's finding that home, or just having that safety, comfort, home feeling in our personal relationships. But that comes from the vulnerability that we allow, because we allow our own vulnerability, right? Rather than these masks, like we saw before with the pride, and that kind of attachment to feeling like we need to be in protective mode in our one-to-one relationships. It's just letting those walls come down and being really communicating our truth. And that's vulnerable, but that vulnerability, there's an immense strength in that kind of vulnerability. That kind of vulnerability and that kind of power, just it creates so many ripples, so many waves. Yeah, stag spirit, take the lead. It's going to need you, viewer, to take the lead on a lot of this, because you have you have the connection to spirit, you have the awareness, and you've done the work. Okay. All right, then let's just get one last piece of advice from spirit for you about this general transformational energy. This energy that's just about from our own personal one-to-one relationships, like we're looking at here, or like we've looked at for community and for the global collective energy. Let's have a look at what spirit want us to know just on throughout this year. What energy is it that we can tap into for the viewer, please, spirit? Okay, we have, oh God, eagle. I can believe this. Of course. Okay, we have eagle. This is all about perspective. Eagle mastery. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. You are a leader here. There is a leader that's coming up in you, and you might not even necessarily see it coming. You might not even see this coming, viewer, that this is who you are. But you're connecting the spirit world and the physical world. But you also can soar above everything with a completely different perspective, but with razor sharp clarity. And nothing gets past you. You see everything, but you choose your battles wisely. There's a fierce independence about you, but there's also a nurture and a almost privacy about your one-to-one connections, and a sacredness, and this is in the hold the space. But eagles come up twice for you. This is all about you being the visionary. This is about you taking the lead, because you are really starting to crack through this invisible ceiling. You're really starting to crack through that and understand that the depths of the connection to spirit, or the infinite depths of the connection to the divine, to spirit, to however you resonate, whichever kind of language you use, however you resonate with that. But there's an incredible energy here that will keep you lifted through all of the energy that comes up, all of the challenging energy that might come up, or what might come at you from other people. There's a complete transformation of your relationships into something that is really true and light and healthy and transformative, not just for your one-to-one relationships, but you transforming your one-to-one relationships helps transform your community, which helps transform the collective. And that is absolutely beautiful and divine. Okay, viewer, I hope you found that helpful for the collective energy that you're going to be going through in the next few months. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.